kind of turns on pretty late. I'm looking at the internet here. I want to make sure that the internet does not drop and that we don't have a repeat of last time. But today, this is Alan from MysteryMTG.com, and we are talking about the new Commander's Fury monthly crate. So, as you know, for anyone who was with the company very early on, the Commander's Fury monthly crate, or otherwise known as just Commander's Fury, it's one of the first crates we ever released, and I'm extremely proud of it. I think it's, yeah, as any product that's had its ups and downs, and I think originally, we were very sealed focused, and then later on it became more singles focused with packs. And, we sent out a bunch of masterpieces, which some people enjoy. Some people would rather have they'd rather have a Rhystic Study instead of a masterpiece, even though the Rhystic Study is cheaper. And that's because the Rhystic Study is just much more of a premium card in terms of gameplay, in terms of it being, a card that's just way more playable. How's it going, Chris? Chris Irk. So what we're doing with this crate is we're taking a step back into sealed. And I want to do it in a way where the things that I'm sending out, even if they're very expensive, or, they're not so expensive, but they're very playable, or they're just very collectible, and it's up to you because we're going to keep them sealed. We've always had the policy just for the way we ship things. By the way, Chris, I think why is the chat box not showing up? Oh, wait, here it is. All right, type again, everyone. Type again. It should show up now. It was at the bottom of the thing. I think it's because spam the chat for me, okay? Spam the chat. Let's make sure it works. So importantly, I think that a lot of people like sealed product. I think they do. I think sealed product is the thing that we feel most confident in because typically the market, now this isn't always true, but typically the market really favors sealed product over singles. And especially when it comes to like secret layers, or it comes to EDH precons, Vampiric Bloodlust, big one, that's $350. We sent that out back in the day for Commander's Fury. That was one of the most common precons for us to send out, were the 2017 precons, and boy have they appreciated like crazy. And the price of Commander's Fury is actually cheaper now than it was back then. Back then it was $150, and now it's 120. It at its lowest point was 100. And I think ultimately the product has to continue to evolve. It has to remain relevant to what people want. And a lot of people now want older secret layers. They want older precons again. They've enjoyed the singles, they've enjoyed the packs, but they can get that with a bunch of our other products. So, if you want singles and packs, you can get whatever else crate we have. I know we have multiple that do singles and multiple that just do packs, like our premium packs and the Wait What spicy packs. So this is kind of a product where it's like, do we have a product that ships out secret layers? We don't. Oh, why is the chat not showing? Oh, come on. All right, give me a second. Something always breaks. And, after we fix this, suddenly the stream's going to go off. Because that's just the way it is. Let me delete this chat box. We're going to delete this one. And we're going to add... Let me add another chat box on here. Give me a second. I hate doing this live because it ruins, the train of thought that we have. But I want to be able to see you guys. I want to have it to where we can see your comments. So keep commenting, keep talking, and let's make sure this is working properly. And I know Facebook has not been very good with, oh yeah, there we go. There we go. It's there. So I know Facebook has not been good with notifying our customers as much as, back in the day. I don't know, whatever the algorithm works in a certain way, but, hopefully you guys find this well. So this is going to be a really cool product. We're not going to do marketing for it. There's not going to be any promotions for it. There is no margin. There's no profit margin on this product. Everything is calculated as in how many can we send out before, we do it in a way where things have to be seeded. So a certain role, let's say it's one secret layer and then 3 packs, and maybe you also win, 2 singles or something, right? So 10 people who ordered on that day will get that seed. And then we do another roll, and this one's a secret, or this one, maybe it's a Commander Legends booster box, and 5 people have a subscription going on that day. Okay, all 5 people get the Commander Legends booster box. The reason this is easier is that we're not playing with a bunch of random rolls and then someone has something messed up. Okay, we have to go back to his individual order. Let's find the logs. Let's do this. It's much easier to say, what day did you order? Oh, you ordered on this day? What did you get? Oh, if you didn't get what was supposed to be sent on that day, we know exactly, like, this is, the wrong order. So it's much better to do it that way. And I think it's going to be cool because, it's very hard to find where the right price and what to put into a crate, where the right timing is for that. So, for example, if we end up sending out a bunch of Commander Legends boxes with one secret layer attached, one random secret layer, and then one random EDH deck, we'll go bankrupt from that, right? So it has to be a mix of very, very spicy and then stuff that you're still happy with. And that's the main thing here. At minimum, can we make a product where some people are extremely happy and some people are pretty happy, right? And this is the whole thing. It's, you don't ever want anyone, even the people who get very unlucky, you don't want them to feel cheated. And the way you'll feel cheated is if you ever get something that's like 20 or 30 bucks less than what you paid, depending on whether or not it was transparent. But for Commander's Fury, I think Commander's Fury has to be, it's high volatility, but it has to have guaranteed value in a certain way, right? It has to be, easy for people to follow, and you kind of expect that you'll be getting a pretty good amount of value in there, if not more than what you paid. So I think that's where the older secret layers come in. And we have, at this point, we have over 1,000 secret layers. Over 1,000. And it's kind of ridiculous. We haven't really been sending them out. We did send out quite a few for the Christmas crates. We've sent out quite a few in the past. But, there wasn't really a product for us to throw these into as much as there is now with the Commander's Fury crate, where, I'd say 40% of all crates will have a secret layer in them. And then 30% of crates will have a EDH Precon deck. So I will say, even though it says that there will be 2020 and 2021 decks in there, we're severely limiting any new EDH deck that is not popular. So, for example, the Ikoria deck that has Fierce Guardianship is something that everyone wants. It's a $40 card, and, in a EDH Precon deck, and you love that. You want the spicy cards, right? So that has to be the kind of thing that if you put in a newer Precon, it needs to be one that people enjoy. It can't be a Boros Precon that everyone knows is just trash. You can find older Precons that are pretty trash that are also Boros. Unfortunately, I'm not hating on Boros players, but if we go back to, one of the best years for sealed EDH Precons, which is 2016, pretty much all of those have appreciated in an extremely good way. Same with the 2017 Precon. So originally with Commander's Fury, we dumped as many of those as we could into Commander's Fury, and this is pretty much the same situation. The reason this took so long for us to do is simply because it took a very long time for us to be able to source the more expensive EDH Precons. Vampiric Bloodlust is one that I'm like, we need dozens and dozens of this Precon, and everyone is like, that's really hard to do. This Precon is, the reason it's so expensive is because it's hard to find. So I said, well, we have to make it happen. Luckily, we have partners who have a lot of sealed product that they've, they just kind of sit on up until I'm like, hey, do you have this? And they're like, oh, yeah, we do. I'm like, okay, I need, 50 of these. And they're like, okay, I guess. So Vampiric Bloodlust, wait, is there any background noise? I don't think there is, right? Okay, good. Vampiric Bloodlust is a big one. I want people to get that Precon. That is triple the price of the product. So it's going to be hard to get. All right. It's going to be hard to get. I'd say 1 in 150, which, knowing this product runs through pretty quick. It's like once a week, right? We have quite a few. We have, like I said, I'd say some of them haven't come in yet, but I'd say we have a little bit over 30 Vampiric Bloodlust alone. And then we have a bunch of the 2013, 2016 sets coming in from a very good partner. I think most of you know him, but there's a little bit. This is the thing. I've been seeing a lot of the stuff going on with Card Kingdom. I will say this, okay? The guys who work at Card Kingdom are very nice, all right? Very reputable, great guys. I saw what's been happening on Reddit and everything. People are going crazy about it. Look, okay, quality sometimes slips for everyone. That's just the ebb and flow of the market. But I don't think you should hate on them like personally, okay? So I mean, best wishes to Card Kingdom. We enjoy them, we like them. You know, we've done business with them before, and we continue to do business with them in terms of sealed product. There's no comparable partner, and it's always been class. It's always been, you know, product that has been, you know, directly when it was released is when they got the product, and and you know, we're able to buy product that, you know, first wave, which is the wave that we typically want to buy from. So great partner there. We do have some amazing partners, and I'm very happy about that, and it enables us to do what we do here. Now obviously I have to spend a lot of money. Like I said, these Vampiric Bloodlust precons, the 2016 set, the 2013 set, the 2015 set, even the 2018 set is actually creeping up in price very quickly. Surprisingly, the 2019 precons are not as cheap as I thought they'd be. So those are the ones that you expect to see the most, right? Very rarely will you see anything very new unless it's popular. If it's a popular precon, if people are like, hey, this one has a very spicy card in it, it's triple, you know, the price because like a Fierce Guardianship is in there, right? It's an expensive counterspell. Okay, we'll throw that in, and that'll be something that we try to send out. Not often, but you know, because newer things don't excite people as much. I'll say that. So then the Commander Collection products, Commander Collection Green, Commander Collection Black, those are awesome products. Okay, I know there's controversy about them too. I know they're basically just spell books, right? I mean, they essentially did spell books and then charged 4 times the amount for them. But I think when you get them in a crate and you get packs on the side, or you get singles on the side, or maybe you even get a booster box on the side with 36 packs to open, and you get the Commander Collection, or, you know, and there's so many variations. Like I said, everything is seeded. So everything from one day will be seeded into one roll. Okay, so don't buy multiple products of the same product on one day and expect different things. And we will have an outline to that on the website soon. The reason we're doing that is because I think in the past it's been hard having to go through all the logs and see, okay, what did, you know, this. So we'll do one roll, and then for a day, you know, like 8 or 12 Commander's Fury crates will process in a day. Okay, well, those will all be across the same seed. Now, if you order multiple in the same order, we'll roll differently for you. Okay, but most people aren't, you know, doing a subscription with 3 Commander's Fury crates that process in the same day. So if that is you, we'll roll differently for each crate because we don't want you to get the same crate 3 times. But, you know, typically expect that day will have a certain seed. So if everyone on that day wins a Commander Legends booster box with a secret layer, and they get very lucky, and there's also an EDH precon, then that's what we have to send out. Okay, now luckily, you know, we've invested a lot of money into this, so we have all of the products sitting around, and we're ready. We're ready. Like I said, dozens of Vampiric Bloodlust, sets of 2013, sets of 2015, sets of 2016, and I will say for 2017, it's been a little bit harder. We don't have the complete sets for 2017. Okay, we have the dragons, we have the vampires, and we have the cats. We do not have the wizardry one, but I think the wizardry one we've kind of intentionally stayed away from because the wizard precon is just not as popular. Okay, so it's not worth it for us to be putting as, and you know, we will get some though. I will say that. I don't want to just say that, oh, it's not popular, so we're not going to get it. We will get some. It just wasn't a part of the initial round of deals that we made. Now, keep in mind, this is a hard product too. We have to, even though we're getting this product from some of our, like, you know, I'm saying the names earlier, okay? These are some of the biggest businesses in this space, and quality is assured always, and you got to believe them because they get the product. first wave, and then they just sit on it. And then someone comes like me and is like, hey, I want to buy this entire supply of this. Can you give me a good price? I'll also buy all of this, which isn't a popular product. I'm like, okay, well, if he's going to take that, I guess we can get rid of all of it. So, we're doing the first round of buying, and we have a ton of the really cool product that I'm excited to send out. Same thing with the monthly booster boxes. That crate, I'm just going to tell you that I'm basically stepping in, and that crate has some lesser spicy options that you can win, but I want people to know that things are curated in the sense that we have to make sure that what you get is spicy. Okay. We've failed at that certain times. Okay. This year's Christmas crate, I think, was abysmal. And the reason, and it wasn't for everyone. Okay. A lot of people got really good singles that they loved. They got retro frame foil Force of Negations or whatever. They got Jeweled Lotuses. They got Mana Crypts, right? Things are cool. But the fact that you were only getting one single and you were getting a couple of packs took away from the fact that it was Christmas. When it's Christmas, what do you want to do? You want to open a billion packs. You want to be cracking plastic and just enjoy the opening experience. So if we were smart, we would have done like a 12-pack crate where it's just, a visit through Magic's history. And I don't think singles were really meant for that product. I think it should have been sealed only, because for Christmas, you want to be cracking sealed product. You want to be cracking packs. You want to be cracking booster boxes. So we're taking a step back from that. I think we've always been putting too many singles into things, and it's like, I think people just want to crack product, okay? They want to crack product. They want sealed product. That makes the most sense. Yeah, and Urza, I mean, one of the most playable cards in EDH, one of the most broken commanders, honestly. That's the kind of stuff we were sending out. There was never any, and this is the important thing, is that a lot of other services will, talk about, okay, but not a lot of other, there's only a couple of other ones, but they'll talk about spice, and then they'll send out a $5 rare, and then you'll complain, and then you'll say, oh, well, it's just RNG. Okay, well, for a $145 crate or $165 crate, no thanks. At the very minimum, we need very playable cards. So going back to this Commander's Fury monthly crate, I think it's in our best interest to make it as spicy as possible. Duplication is possible because we do not have a huge history of a lot of Commander EDH decks that are really, really good. I think people love 2016, they love 2017, and then that's about it. I think also the original, like Heavenly Inferno, a lot of the Commander anthologies, people love those too, but I think a lot of people really love those 2017 precons. Eminence was a very popular mechanic. So the new seed method, is that effective immediately and backdated, or something that's going to be implemented? That is something that is going to be implemented. So I think starting Monday, we will be doing that. Starting Monday. For every other thing, it's been rolled per order. And it makes sense to do that too, because when we get order notes and things like that, every order is different, right? If someone is excluding Modern Horizons 2, then you have to exclude that. If someone is excluding Return to Ravnica, okay, we have to exclude that, and we roll individually for them. Now, it's not that hard to do, right? You're just taking the item off and then rolling, but you're doing it on a per order basis. This is different, okay? This is going to be one seed. If 5 people process on the same day, they get that seed, and it makes sense because we don't have people who are ordering 3 Commander's Fury crates on the same day at different times. So duplication doesn't matter, right? And I think it's just easier if you're like, hey, I ordered something on November 16th and I go back to November 16th. I know exactly what you should have got, right? I know exactly what you should have got. Currently, if you say that I need to go back to November 16th, I need to find your order. And we have certain days where we have hundreds of orders sometimes during the craziest time of the year, right? So going back and finding that order is, unfortunately, we sometimes still do it, both digitally and by paper. So, whoops, what was that noise? Whoops, there we go. Turn that off. So it just makes recording and logging way, way easier. And there's no confusion about it, right? This is what it is at the beginning of the day for this product. And that's it. You know, unless you have an exclusion note, which we can go back and see, then it should be that. So I think it just works way easier that way. And is there anything else I want to talk about? So secret layers, in terms of secret layers, we've always been buying secret layers, like literally always, and we continue to buy them. We have 30 of the Stranger Things secret layers coming in foil. I think we have a dozen of them coming in non-foil. We have dozens of the foil Phyrexian Praetors. We have a bunch of the Mischief X secret layer secret layers, and those are freaking awesome. We have a ton of those coming in foil. We have a bunch. We have a bunch of the old Kaldheim ones. We have the Rats ones. We have the Fairy ones. We have like literally all of them, and we just don't send them out that much. I mean, we have over 1,000 secret layers sitting in storage, and we don't really send them out very often. We've had a couple of products like the Christmas crate where you could, and a lot of people did get a bunch of the Praetors, the Phyrexian Praetors foil, which is a $90-something secret layer. But it's just not, a product that we really wanted to send out as much until we saw the demand. And I think now that we're seeing a bunch of demand for the older secret layers, that it makes more sense for us to come in now. And there are certain secret layers that I'm like, do we really want to send these out? Like the Bob Ross lands. But I mean, I guess they have a bunch of collectability outside of Magic too. So, those stuff are included. The Godzilla lands and all of that is also included. Like I said, we pretty much have secret layers from every single drop from when secret layers were first happening. Okay, back in the day, I don't know if a lot of you remember this, but back in the day, oh wait, let me read this. All right, was just curious. I ordered one recently. Didn't have any restrictions or anything. Just curious to see what shows up. All about the RNG, no matter what sealed product you. Exactly. And by the way, we kind of didn't want to send out Commander's Fury crates ordered in January because we didn't really want to send them out under the older system. I think it's just inherently less spicy. It's just less spicy. Okay, when you're getting one single and you're getting a few packs, you're kind of, to me, you could love the single you get, but you might not you might not enjoy the opening experience because there's not enough there. There's not enough cracking. There's not enough process to it. I think it's kind of the reason why people love our standard 9-packs is not just because it's priced very well. I think that's why it's all 5 stars. Is people are like, well, this is cheaper than I can get at my LGS, and it is what it says it is, and there's nothing there's nothing weird about it. It's exactly 9 standard packs from a variety of standard sets. And I think people love it because you can open 9 packs for $27 or $30, whatever it is. You can open 9 packs. So your chance at getting one of the best cards in a certain set or whatever, just being able to experience Kaldheim and Innistrad and going through all that stuff, it's just awesome. It's pretty cool. So the standard 9-pack, I think that's why people love that. And the Commander's Fury crate needs to have a similar feeling. It needs to be when you open the secret layer, like, oh shit, I didn't even get the secret layer. This is awesome. And now I get to open my packs. Wow. And then if you get a Commander Legends booster box, you're like, and now I have 36 packs to open. So keep in mind though, you can win things like by themselves. If you win a Heavenly Inferno, I can tell you right now, the way that's being seeded, you can only win the Heavenly Inferno. You're not able to win a Commander Legends booster box and a Heavenly Inferno precon. The reason being, Heavenly Inferno precons are very, very expensive and very rare. The supply that we have right now, I can tell you, once those are finished, and that's not even listed, that's more of like I need to list that on there actually. That is probably the rarest precon we have. Vampiric Bloodlust also pretty rare. They're both really expensive, and they're just impossible to get. There's not that many out there in the wild. And, once they're gone, it's going to be very hard to source anymore. Very, very hard. There's anyone who is sitting on a bunch of them, we probably already bought them. Okay. I mean, if you remember, go back on our Facebook, look at the old pictures. We were sending out a lot of Vampiric Bloodlust. We were sending out a crazy amount of it. And looking back, I realized we were a big reason why some of the prices on some of those precons have gotten as high as they are. It's just a really good product, but once those are gone, those are gone. So at some point the product page will say we no longer have Heavenly Inferno or Vampiric Bloodlust or Draconic, whatever it is, the 2017 one. That one's pretty rare, not as rare, but pretty rare. And the pricing is just getting kind of crazy. And at some point, when it's a $500 to $700 sealed product, it no longer can be in a crate unless it's at a 1 in every 600 order rate, right? I'd rather be sending out really good precons that people enjoy at more reasonable prices, like $100-something per, or $50 per, or $70 per, rather than sending out one really good precon at $450 and then everyone else is getting $30 to $40 precons. That's stupid, right? That doesn't make sense. And I love the aspect of RNG in this is because everything's kind of equally weighted. So when we're doing a bunch of these secret layers, it doesn't matter what price they are. If the Mischief, MSHF, whatever they call it, X Secret Layer 1, if that one appreciates to $180 a Secret Layer box, and the Praetor stays at 90, you have an equal chance to win both, right? And, it's awesome. That's awesome. Now, there are some really shitty Secret Layers. So we have a disclaimer on there saying high volatility. Keep that in mind because some of you don't like a lot of the secret layers. I know, I get it. And actually thinking back to it, there are a ton of secret layers out there. Some of you hate the lands. Some of you hate the Kaldheim Part 1, the Kaldheim Part 2. Some of you hate the Godzilla stuff. I know a lot of people hate that. Some people hate the Stranger Things one that's coming out, the Walking Dead ones that came out, the non-Magic IP ones. I get it, but at the same time, it's collectible. So our whole mission isn't to just give you things that you like. Our whole mission is to give you things that are very collectible, things that will we sent out so many Mana Crypts before the price went up as much as it has now. I mean, a lot of things that we sent out Onslaught boxes back in the day. We don't know it's going to appreciate. Back in the day when it's a $600 crate or a $600 box, we don't know that eventually that box might become worth $3,000. We don't know, but we send it out anyway because it's a spicy hit at the time. And, obviously looking back, that Onslaught's going to be an expensive box. But what does that mean? Does that mean you just don't ship it out? No, you still ship it out. And the same thing, some of these secret layers, the Stranger Things secret layer, I can say will probably appreciate pretty well. The Mischief secret layer, I know is going to appreciate very well, but we still have to send it out. People have to still win these things. So I will say the most common Commander's Fury crate that you will see is probably going to be one secret layer and 3 packs, or one secret layer and 2 packs, and then maybe singles. Those are probably edging towards the most common. And the least common will be a Commander Legends box plus a secret layer. And then very, 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 very rare, incredibly rare, not incredibly rare, but pretty rare, will be the one booster box plus a secret layer plus an EDH deck. And that has the potential to make me very sad panda because I know of a lot of EDH decks and a lot of secret layers that in combination are really, really expensive. And then you add a booster box onto that. And then, in terms of shipping, that's pretty expensive. And then, oh, that reminds me, I need to make sure that the shipping settings are right for that product because this is going to be the kind of product where one box does not fit all, right? So we're going to have to figure that out too. This is kind of the hardest thing with this kind of product is like what sort of box works very well for this. And it's not going to be a one size fits all. It's going to be, there's going to have to be some really big boxes. There's going to have to be some, medium sized boxes. Right now, using bubble mailers is the easiest way to get things done for the products that we currently have. And then obviously the monthly booster box is the exact same size because a booster box is almost always the same size unless it's like Battle Bond or Double Masters. I can't wait to see what Double Masters 2 looks like, to be honest. I'm very excited. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. That's going to be an upcoming Masters box. When are the yearly Commander decks coming out this year? I'm not entirely sure, actually. When are the yearly Commander decks coming out this year? I'm not sure. You have to keep in mind, I'm not a huge fan of the newer products as much as I am a big fan of the older products. So newer products, I kind of let them sit, do their thing, and then I care later on once the market is settled and I can see where the product really is in terms of pricing. You have to remember, like, even TSR, people were going insane for TSR, and it has held its price pretty well. But there was a period of time where it was crashing really hard after hitting over $300 a box. So some people got burned pretty hard on that. I mean, Amazon Jumpstart, exact same. If you bought Jumpstart at $200 a box, I feel really bad for you. But anyway, I think we've kind of explained things pretty in depth here. It's a very cool product. I'm very proud of it. I'll let you guys speak about it. I'll let you guys tell me what you think about it. And then based off of your reaction, we'll make changes. We'll keep it the same. We'll do whatever we need to do. If you're an active subscriber, you have the ability to change it. We'll be running polls. You get that in your emails. So make sure we're whitelisted. You can choose. Do you still want a certain set in the packs? Do you want the Commander Legends booster box to be changed to something else? You have the option, the power to make that change. You just let us know. Let us know. And if you don't like a certain thing, remember, you have 2 product exclusions. So if you want 2 years taken off, if you don't want the 2020 or 2021, just take them off. If you don't want a Commander Legends booster box, you have too many at your house, take it off. I mean, it's that easy, and if you don't want Iconic Masters or Battle Bond, take them off. And you can do it that way if you want. And if you win that product, you will not be getting those certain items. So I think that's the best we can do to make one of the best EDH focused theme crates of all time. And I think it will be. And it's taken us a long time. It's taken us a long time to get it here, to get it where I think it should be hitting very well for most people in terms of value, in terms of opening experience. And I'm excited to see what people say. I think this is going to be one of those products where even if you don't get something super spicy and it's a little bit less than what you paid, you don't really feel bad because you have a new deck to play with, a 100-card Commander deck, and then you also get to crack some packs, and it's kind of the best of both worlds there. But keep in mind, duplication is possible, so use those exclusions wisely. If you get something, if you get a certain pre-con and you have it, you enjoy it, you're still running it. Obviously, if you get a Vampiric Bloodlust, you're not going to say, don't give me another Vampiric Bloodlust. Okay, I know that to be true. But make sure you're using those product exclusions wisely. It'll make sure that every month you get a crate designed to what your needs are, and designed to what you want. And that's kind of the whole point of this, right? It's supposed to be designed to what you want. Anyway, Alan from MysteryMTG.com, go get your crates. I'm excited to say they're almost sold out. I don't know if we're really going to be capping them because we're pretty good on inventory right now. I don't see there being any supply issues like there are for certain crates. So we did not make it a limited edition crate, but first wave is almost sold out. So I'd get in while you can, get that subscription in, get the one-time purchase in if you want to just try it. And then we'll be shipping them out when it's delivery time. So hope you guys enjoy. Alan from MysteryMTG.com. If you have any other questions, hit me up on Discord. Hit Mikhail up, our customer service guy. Email us. If there's anything you want to talk about, well, don't ask us game questions. We're, or anything. We've had that happen before. We're not judges. We're not professional judges.